Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. I'm gonna dye my hair red again just because it's about that time. It's been like 2 months since I last did it. It's getting a little too bright. A lot of you guys were asking on my TikTok how to do it and asked for an in-depth tutorials. So today I'm gonna show you guys how I do my hair and all the products I use to achieve this look. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So I went to Sally's and I get everything from Sally's. Also, this is the shirt I use every time I dye my hair, so don't mind this. Okay, first thing is the hair dye. I use L'Oreal's High Color in magenta and deep violet. I would say if you want like a little bit of a lighter shade, then go with the true violet, but I prefer the deep violet, so that's what I use. I use the entirety of both bottles. I also add this color booster in red. It literally does what it says, color boost. It makes it just more of a vibrant red shade. I always have gotten this, so I honestly don't know what it looks like without it. I know it helps. It literally looks like blood when it comes out of here though, so it stains really easy. Like, make sure you don't get this anywhere. I also add this oil infused fragrance booster from L'Oreal. It just makes it smell good and it adds like oil to your hair so it's not so dry as you're dyeing it. I find that this just makes my hair super soft and shiny after, so I always get this too. Lastly, depending on your hair color, you need developer regardless, but I use a 20 developer. If you have like virgin hair, you could use like a 30 and it'll like really lift, or if you have really dark hair. But since mine has already been dyed and like is really just faded, I just go in with a 20 and I find that that works best for me. I also got gloves and a cap, and of course the gloves are pink. They're so cute. Also, hair cap. You could use a plastic bag too, but I just prefer to use an actual cap. Lastly is this hair dye brush and the like bowl to hold it. Definitely don't forget this either because you need somewhere to mix all the products. Make sure you also have a hair clip for when you section your hair. That way it's not just all over the place. And last thing is a Vaseline stick to make sure that, you know, when some people dye their hair, they get like those red marks here and like it literally stains their face or their hands or whatever. Make sure you rub Vaseline like around. I'll show you guys how I do it too, but I do on the back of my neck too and like my ears, just so I don't get none of that like bright red on my actual skin and it just stays on my hair. And I also put it around my eyebrows because I dye my eyebrows. Just take a small section of your hair to start off with and like that, and put the rest up. And I take the Vaseline and literally put it like all along your hairline, more so on your skin rather than like in your hair, and over your ears, the back of your ear. You just don't want any of this to stain. That was a lot. Put it all over in here. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys how I mix the product. I start with the dyes. And don't mind my nails, y'all. I literally just ordered press-ons from Amazon. I don't know why I always do this part without putting the gloves on. This is the second one. And then I put half of this bottle at first and we can start mixing that in. And then we're gonna go in with this color booster. It literally looks like blood. This makes your hair so vibrant. And then we're gonna go in with the oil fragrance. So we're gonna start mixing this in, and then we're gonna add the other half of the developer after this is a little more mixed. It's a little more mixed, so we're gonna add the other half of the bottle. I know it looks really bright, but I promise you it's not gonna show up like this. So now that our dye is ready, we're gonna go ahead and put on our gloves if you have not already. I forgot. They smell good too. I always get the pink gloves just because they're so cute. Also, make sure that you have like a towel laid out either for you to step on if you know you're messy. If you feel like you'll spill dye, put a towel down because that stain, like if you leave it for a while, it'll stain like whatever carpet, floor you have. And I put like a towel y'all saw on my sink just so I don't stain that because I am not trying to deal with that. But pro tip, if you do happen to stain a surface, put some, what's it called? Put some hydrogen peroxide on it and that clears it up, just so you know. You're welcome. Let's get into it. So I'm gonna do my whole head and I start from the bottom and I make sure I do sections about like this big, and that's for like the whole head. You don't want to do like big chunks of a section because you'll like miss certain parts in there. I'm gonna play some music, so we're gonna do like a little montage moment. You guys can watch me dye my hair just so you guys can see what it looks like for every strand to get coated. You just like dab it a little bit in the dye, that much, just like that, an inch from the top or so. Same thing on the bottom. And then I like to brush that into my root just to make sure that it's all there. Just rub it through your hair to make sure that all the strands are coated. Rub it through the ends. Also, you can go like that throughout your whole hair. I just wanted to show y'all what it looks like and actually explain to you how to put it in your hair. But that's the same process for like the whole head. loved going to get my hair done, but I don't know, there's just something so fun about like doing it myself, because literally when I was like a child, I would always see my mom dye her hair and I was always like, wow, like it's like such a big girl thing to do. And I was not able to dye my hair until I was 16, and I went to go get it done and I went blonde. Like, I have pretty dark ashy brown hair and I went blonde, and then after I went blonde, I literally, guess what color I did? Purple. I feel like those tones, like, they looked pretty, but they were just like not my shade at all. But I was like, oh, I just want to have dark hair. I could have done red the whole time. After I did purple, I ended up letting one of my friends try to like re-dye my hair, because she had always done her hair black. I used to have long hair and we did not get enough hair dye. So tell me why I went to the store with literally like half of my hair dyed. We didn't even find the dye, so my ass went home with a whole different shade. I ended up having like a two-toned hair, and it was literally like a purplish pink. I'm gonna put a picture just because it's funny. I thought it was kind of pretty. Like, I thought I ate up, but I would not do that again. I'm gonna tell you right now. After that, I ended up liking having more of like a pink tone in my hair, so I literally just went red one day, and since then I've done quite a few shades of red basically. And I made a joke the other day. I was like, when I'm 50, I'm gonna call myself 50 Shades of Red, because literally that's what I feel like I did. My least favorite shade though was having like a really orange hair. I tried to do like copper and that did not work. I literally used L'Oreal High Color too. I think the dyes that I used to get that hair color, which I'll put right here too, because it was pretty but it wasn't what I wanted. I'm pretty sure I used copper and red. Yeah, I don't think I would do that one again, but the first shade of red I ever did was like literally the color of my gloves, like a pretty cherry red, which I really like. I'm gonna insert pictures, just some reminiscing on my different hair shades, but I really liked this one. This was my first time doing my hair. Since then, I've really liked having a darker shade. I don't know what it is. Burgundy is really pretty, and that like wine red magenta color. I'm leaning more towards like the red and purple tones. Like, you saw the dye that I got was like deep violet and magenta. But like I was saying, I literally bunny trailed so bad, but my mom used to dye her hair all the time, right? And I always thought that was like a big girl thing to do. I think I was like 21 or 22 the first time I ever dyed my own hair. Since then, I've just been doing this. And I think I recorded my first time doing my hair and I posted it on TikTok. And that was the start of my hair videos. Since then though, I've been doing this on my own, and like, it's just like really cool to be like, oh wow, my mom used to do that. And I always thought it was like a big girl thing, and now like I'm just doing it like it's a regular part of my 20s. Like, I just think it's really cool that I literally had that experience, like watching her, and thought it was so cool. And now I'm the one doing the exact same thing, and it does feel very big girl like I'm literally doing my own hair. Since when was I a big girl? But I know that must sound silly to some people, because like some people have been dyeing their hair since they were like a child, like a real child. So for me to like be like, oh my god, this is so cool, and I'm literally 23 years old, it's like, okay, let me have my moment, okay? Also, I will note that if you have like longer hair than me, you definitely will need like a third box of dye and another bottle of developer, maybe even 4. Didn't realize that I'm running out of dye. I think I usually put a little bit more of developer, or my hair is usually a little shorter, but we're gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work. You know what I always wanted to? Actually, I always wanted the money pieces, but I wanted them pink, like that girl on Instagram and TikTok. I'm gonna put a picture of her. That hair, I love it. Like, I feel like pink would look so cute right there. I'll definitely probably experiment more down the line with my hair. Like, right now, this is my go-to dye routine. Actually also started cutting my own hair, and I saw, I think it was like called the ponytail or like unicorn method. You put like a ponytail here and on the middle of your head, and I had been cutting my hair like that for a few months, and I posted a video recently on TikTok like last month, and that video, I'm so proud of her. She went viral and she got like 1.8 million views, and like I had this whole new community interacting with me, and honestly I loved it. Like, I have been putting in like a lot more effort into my videos on TikTok. It's so cool having like this whole new community of like people interact with my content, and what I think was like my normal routine like this, somebody wanted and asked for a video like this, and I'm like, okay, like I'm just gonna record it for you. I just think there's something so cool about that. Like, I just share what I love to do and like my little routine, and it's like entertaining or really helpful for you. Like, I just love that. I'm just so happy that I was able to build like a little community that is still growing. Like, I'm almost at 10K followers, which is super exciting. I'm just documenting this because like 16-year-old me, 14-year-old me, like I was recording videos of myself when I was like literally a toddler. Like, I love this. I just feel like this is definitely something that I'm meant to do and like share what I love and like my life with people. And yeah, so I'm just very grateful, you know, being able to share my stuff with you guys, and then like whoever likes it, and I'm just happy to have you guys. Like, okay, last pieces. I'm literally about to run out of dye too, so this is good timing. Rub all of this in, stick it to my head, boom. Then I'm going to use the Vaseline and go under and over my eyebrows, and make sure not to get really any of it on your actual eyebrow, otherwise the color won't stick as well. I do my eyebrows with one of these, the spoolies, the eyebrow brush, whatever you want to call it. I just dip it into the dye and get some on there, and then go through my brows with it. And I find that this works better because it gets all the hairs and it's not as messy. But you can absolutely use that brush still if you don't have one of these. If you really want to be precise, you can clean up around the eyebrow, but you don't have to. The Vaseline won't let it stick to your skin. It'll just apply onto the actual hair. I got like a pack of 200, and they were like a pink and black pack, and then there was like another pack with just black ones. I'm gonna link those on my Amazon storefront, including everything else. Be sure to check that out too if you're interested in any of the stuff I was using, because you're gonna need all of that to do your hair. And we're just gonna put this hair cap on and let it sit for 25 to 30 minutes. I honestly always do 30 minutes, so yeah, it's giving lunch lady. And I have them all. Yeah, I just use a makeup remover and take off the rest of the dye, especially from my neck. Like, rub what I can off. And I know it looks so red and like it's gonna stain, but I promise you it's not. Like, it does not stain your shower either, so you don't have to worry about that. I think that's good for now. That's what we're working with. I feel like a key part of having really soft hair after you dye it is making sure you use a mask after you rinse it out and wash it in the shower. I love using Ion's mask, Eon, however you say it. The repair mask is really good. This one is a step 1 and step 2. It's like extra moisture. It's a protein solution and a hydration solution. It balances moisture in severely damaged hair, restores softness and manageability. I feel like that's really important for after dyeing your hair, especially if you're bleaching it, but I didn't use bleach, but it's still super important. So like I said, we're just gonna leave this for 30 minutes, and then I'm gonna hop in the shower and rinse it all out, and I will be back after that. I just got out the shower and did my skincare routine. Now we're doing my hair. I'm not going to style it today. I'm just going to let it air dry. I'm only going to put my hair primer and heat protectant tonight and then let it dry, and tomorrow morning I will blow dry my hair and put a next day clip so you guys can see the final color. This hair primer makes your hair so soft. It's the NeuroStyle blowout primer. I promise you, this is the secret to getting my hair super soft. If you've seen any of my TikTok videos, like, my hair looks pretty soft and healthy, and I do think that it's the hair mask, but I also really think it's this hair primer. Every time I use it, it's like so silky shiny, it looks so healthy, and when I don't use it, I can tell the difference. So do what you will with that information. It's linked in my storefront. After using a hair primer, I use a heat protectant. I use the Kenra Platinum heat protectant, and I don't know why it's this small. Regardless, it's a really good heat protectant, and this one makes my hair even softer. So for all of you that were asking, how does my hair look super soft, I promise you these two combined, even if you have damaged hair, it will look so healthy. I definitely recommend that you get a hair primer and a heat protectant. Those two will leave your hair super protected and super soft and silky even after the blowout. But enough about that. So you guys will see the finished product in the next clip. So this is the final hair look. I did a blowout with my rollers. I have a tutorial on my TikTok for that. I'll definitely make an in-depth one if you guys want on here. Just let me know in the comments. But this is the hair. I actually really like the color. It's really dark, honestly. Maybe a little darker than I thought it was gonna be. I still really like it. I just love the dark red tone. I'll show you guys a little closer in the light. That's what it looks like. Let me know what you guys think about my hair too. Do you like the color? Are you gonna try it? Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.